Hey folks, Rodney back again. Hey, today I'm out on the Oregon coast. This is Florence, Oregon. I staged at Good Pasture Staging Area, if anybody knows where that's at. I'll get some more video here in just a little bit, but I wanted to kind of talk about the new 2021 Yamaha Raptor 700R. Vehicle is completely stock. So, you know, I knew this in the past. I didn't buy the Raptor to go on ahead and come out to the dunes. It was mostly for trail riding. And then in Central Oregon where we ride, there is kind of some sandy areas too. And so I thought that would be a great bike for my son to ride rather than riding, you know, like the KTM 85 SX. So anyway, that's kind of the reason behind it. You see I don't have paddles on it. Like I said, it is completely stock. Obviously the dunes is not the place that you don't want to have paddles. And I reminded myself that today when I was riding. But anyway, like something like this here, you can't make it up those hills without paddles on. And it's amazing how much of a difference it actually makes. But like I said, it's completely stock. Didn't come out here with the intentions of, or buy it rather, with the intentions of riding out here all the time. But it was fun to get out here. Just kind of reminds you how much it beats you up, and it does a little bit. I've been riding dirt bikes for about the last 5 years. So anyway, it was fun to get out. The bike has a lot of torque. It seems like out here in the sand, of course the tire's spinning all the time, feels like it revs out way too quick. But I know that, you know, once you put paddles on it, you know, it'd probably be a totally different story and you'd be moving forward as opposed to just sitting there spinning all the time. Piggyback shocks, those actually work really well. They're very adjustable. And so, you know, when I first started riding, you know, it's really, really rough. And I backed them off some so it'd be more compliant. But yeah, those work really well. Bike handles really well. Front end feels a little twitchy. And I don't really remember that with my past quads. And just kind of give you some backstory. So I've had a Honda 250R. I've had a Suzuki LT250. I've had a Banshee. I've had a Polaris. I've had a Polaris 250. Of course, it's CVT transmission, so it's horrible in the sand as well. I had a Suzuki LT 400. And, you know, those were all good bikes. I loved riding the Banshee, especially out here in the sand. You know, it's such a fun bike. It's not a great trail bike. That's where the 4-strokes definitely come into play. And they're a lot more at home in those areas. Eventually, I want to do the big 3 mods. So that'd be exhaust, intake, and then tuner. And they say that, you know, stock, they're about 40 horsepower. When you get out and you do the big 3 mod, it bumps them up to about 50. So it would definitely wake that beast up. Right now, probably with paddles on, it would probably be just fine. You'd have so much more traction and you'd be able to make it up just about anything. They are a little top heavy compared to what I've ridden in the past. So you kind of have to be careful going around corners. The width is a little narrower than like the YFC would be. And I think there's about 2 inches difference. And the YFC has a little lower stance. You sit down lower on the seat level. Here you kind of feel like you're sitting into the seat. And that is nice and comfortable. The seat is extremely comfortable. But, you know, when you're trying to move around on the bike to get around corners and stuff, you know, the wider stance of the YFC and then the flatter seat would definitely make it a lot easier on a track. Biggest reason I went with the Raptor is because it has the reverse, and it's not going to be me riding it all the time. You know, I wanted to make it easier for whoever else was riding it once they get in that position. I took it out trail riding about a month ago, and you know, you'd be surprised how many times you use reverse. So it's a lot of fun. I'm going to go ahead and get some more riding video out here, but it is an absolute beautiful day. Once we get up on top, you'll be able to see the ocean out there. Here we're just down kind of in the low area where you can't see it. But there again, like I said, a lot of fun, and it is an absolute beautiful day. Thanks for watching.